Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Get ready for a big, long, I predict, long video. Kind of getting caught up on a bunch of new stuff that I've gotten lately. A couple things from the Sephora VIB sale. We had an early Christmas in my family, so I've gotten a few gifts there. And then I wanted to tell you about some things that came in recently from like Black Friday and Cyber Monday hauls. Just a lot to discuss. A lot of these things I have gotten to experiment at least a little bit with, so I thought maybe the feedback would be helpful if you're still wondering yourself if you're going to purchase these items. Now I will say my Sephora VIB haul that I got was really screwed up. Like, it took a long time to get in. I got stuff that I wasn't supposed to get. I didn't get stuff that I was supposed to get, and I'm still waiting for that to get all worked out. But I did get a couple of correct items and some gifts that I already gave away. But one of the things I did end up getting was the Bobby to Glow Shimmer Brick palette, and this is really beautiful. The products in here, you got a big mirror first off, and then you've got the shimmer bricks in gold, bronze, and wild rose, and they are so super versatile. Many of you encouraged me to get this when I was talking about it in my like VIB wish list video. I haven't yet like split up the individual strips and worn them as eyeshadows yet, but I do plan to do that, especially with the bronze, because this is the one so far for the face I've gotten the least use out of. This one I think can totally pass for a blush, and I'm wearing it kind of like a half and half split today. I have a peachy CoverGirl blush on, and then I put like equal parts that and this on that. So that's kind of a mix, and then I highlighted with the gold. Been using the gold a lot lately. This might be my favorite part so far. I just think that's a glorious, beautiful highlight. You know, it is pretty glowy. You can wear it lightly, but it's not something I would say is by nature a soft highlight. Like, that can go, you just have a very metallic look, and if you've got fine lines or problematic skin texture up in this zone, it may not look good there. But these are said to be some of Bobbi Brown's like best-selling shimmer bricks, so I'm excited to have that. I think it's a good deal. They are a little bit smaller than a full size though, because I only own one, and it's in the shade Nectar, and I noticed these are just a little bit smaller than that. And because I really have no place else to go with this stuff, I'm just gonna start putting it right back over here, okay? So if you see a pile growing of stuff I've talked about, that's where that's going. Another thing that I ordered from the Sephora VIB sale was this Clinique Black Honey, what was the official name of it? Here's the box that it came in, $32.50, Very Honey Holiday Palette. Kind of cracks me up on the back of this box because they've gotten very specific with the shades that are in here and where they come from. For example, Ivory Bisque from Bronze Satin Duo, Highlights from Going Steady Quad, Stormy from Where Everywhere Grays. Like, everything in this is coming from somewhere specific, and they have, you know, already sorted that out for you. The palette is really pretty. It's kind of plummy on the back side, light pink on the top. It's sort of squishy a little bit. It has a little bit more of a fabric texture there, and then you just press that button in. Nice big mirror and a lot of applicators. I've got to be careful every time I open it because they want to just fall right out. One is a sponge tip. One is a really like sharply angled brush there. You've got a little brush that could be a nice like crease color brush, like seriously good size, nice taper, soft. And then a little angled brush that's sort of, you know, I would say maybe it could do some packing shadow on the lid. It could also wedge something up into the crease. It could be somewhat versatile depending on what you need. I thought they looked really, really pretty on Sephora's website, and I still feel, you know, it's a beautiful color selection if you're one who enjoys A, neutrals, B, things that verge a little bit on plum and burgundy. That's definitely the kind of look you can achieve with this. I'm wearing it today, and I've got this beautiful like champagne pink color. I think that's one of the really pretty shades in here. I've got that on the lid, this shade in the crease, and a little bit of this burgundy in the crease as well. You've got an itty bitty purple down here that can definitely take your look in a more like prominently purple direction. But I've enjoyed it so far. I like the quality of Clinique shadows. I don't know that I necessarily like this palette better than some of the ones that are little, you know, rectangular shaped palettes. And one other small gripe might be the fact that this circular shadow format, while it's cute at a glance, I don't always like it when brands like figure out you're gonna need more of this shade and less of this shade. They seem to be just really randomly thrown into this pattern because it's not like it's all your deep dark shades in the little ones, because you've got like a little highlight there. There's a mid-tone shade that's been put in a small size, so I don't really know what the rhyme or reason was with that. Then as a Christmas gift, I got another version of that type of palette, and this is the Indulge in Color palette. So this can give you kind of a good glance without any glare at the difference between the two. The Indulge in Color palette, honestly, not that colorful. It's got like a sea foamy sort of green in here. It's got a couple of purples that are going to stand out, I think, as a little more purpley maybe than some of the plums in the other palette. There is an absolute knockout bronze in here, but beyond that, it's really a pretty neutral palette. I would say a lot of cool neutrals in here, and it's the same brush selection, so I'm going to go ahead and take those out. But here you go. There's the eyeshadow selection. There's that really great bronze. That one is just above and beyond for the entire palette, and of course that's only coming to you in the tiniest size possible. But I enjoy and will use both of these palettes. I think Clinique eyeshadows are hugely underrated. I think they're nice textures, surprising pigmentation to work with on a lot of things. I don't think this whole like format and layout is my favorite. And I would say I like the Black Honey one a little bit better. I think it's a better color scheme overall that I enjoy, and then also it's got more matte and shimmer mixed in. This one only has 3 mattes, and some of the shimmers are like very, very shimmery. We're not talking just like a borderline satin finish, but I feel like there's a lot of shine on some of these. So certainly excited to have it, but you know me, I like to point out, you know, everything I'm thinking about it in case it might be helpful to you. While we're talking Clinique, another thing that I got, this is called the Tiny Temptations set. It's in a nice little tin here, and I just kind of keep the top underneath. But it's a bunch of their itty bitty chubby sticks, okay? And the ones that I have turned upside down are the chubby stick intense versions, just so at a glance I would be able to see which ones those were. But there are 20 lip products in here, y'all, and it's all about sampling. It's not about getting a lot of product per thing, because really what you've got to work with is basically the tip here, because it's not a twist up thing, and as far as I can tell, it's not even a push up thing either. Correct me if I'm wrong, any of you who have found a way to get more out of these, but to me it appears that it's just the tip. But even so, certain ones that I feel like I've used a lot, like this Curvious Caramel, I've used this quite a bit, and it seems like it's barely worn down. So if you really are sampling through all of them, I think you've ultimately got quite a bit of product here to work with. But it's like, what kind of person are you? Are you the type who just, you know, give me 1 or 2 lip colors and I'll be happy? Or do you always like to bounce around? If you're constantly bouncing around, you might have a lot of fun with this. Now, I only have a few chubby sticks actually in my collection, and I'm going to show you the back side here just because it's not catching the light quite so much. You can see it a bit easier, but there's quite a range color-wise. You've got neutrals, reds, a little bit of a corally color selection, getting into pinks and berries, and then some plummy purpley tones. The chubby sticks themselves, the regular ones, are pretty sheer. They're kind of like just a sheer tinted balm, and a thing that I think some people might really like about them is that there's not a really pungent scent. Like, I don't feel like I smell anything with them, and so that may be appealing to some people. Your chubby sticks are overall sheer, and then the chubby stick intense variety is more like a cream lipstick, and they actually don't give off a lot of shine on the lips, so I feel like with a little bit of wear, they're almost like a moisturizing matte lipstick, if that makes any sense. So I've really fallen in love with the chubby stick intense variety mostly, and I've had this for a little while now, and I still haven't sampled everything. But if you guys are interested in a more in-depth, like, swatch them all out, try them all on, I would be open to doing that. I think that actually would be really fun, but that's what that whole thing looks like. And that is a big part of why I wanted to go ahead and do this video, because I figured you guys would tell me, you know, what products you would like to see more specifics on, more tutorials involving, you know, that type of thing. We're just adding to the decor back here. By the way, do you like my new reindeer? That's my new reindeer from Hobby Lobby, kind of a wooden, rustic reindeer look there, and then I got that little tree as well. This tree, by the way, actually lights up. Could you tell? Yeah, it lights up, but I felt like maybe that's gonna mess with my ultra-sensitive camera, so I'm gonna just keep it back there. Just let it be turned off and not bothering anybody, okay? Next gifty thing that I received is from Tarte and it is the Kissing Squad. Had a lot of questions about this actually when I had reviewed a bunch of Tarte gift sets, but this was not one of them. Many of you were asking how this was. And so first off, what the heck is it? Well, they are double-ended lip products, and this is a product that Tarte sells in their line, these lipstick and lip gloss duos, but every shade in this collection is limited edition. So the shade I'm wearing today is Kitten, and that's this one. So it's the most nudie lipstick of the bunch, and then you get this creamy lip gloss in as well. And I will say I like the formula very much. These lipsticks are super creamy, bordering on actually feeling moisturizing and really nice on the lips, and you're just gonna get this glossy, creamy appearance. Not that you have to put the gloss on top, but if you do, there's a lot of shine that can be achieved with all of these shades. Kitten is right here. This is Minx, just a little bit deeper. Flirt is your deepest berry shade, and then Pixie is more of a soft berry. My one complaint about this set is just the color selection they gave you, because I feel like these two nudes ultimately are very close, and these two pinky berries are very close as well. You know, it would have been great if one of them was a red or one of these was like a light pink. If they could have just made that a little bit different, I think it would have been nice, because once these are applied on the lips, I feel like I've got almost identical shades here and very close colors there as well. But I do like the formula, so I'm happy for that. But again, I gotta remind myself, not everybody is like insane like me and looking for variety, looking for 20 different colors. You know, maybe you're like, I wear a lot of berries, I also wear a lot of nudes, so here that's what I'm getting. I think so many people would be pleased with this. And like I said, they feel great. I had been wearing this one for probably like an hour before even getting this video shot, and while the gloss has worn down some, I still feel like I've got plenty of color. And one of the berries I was wearing the other day, I thought that held up really nicely too. And the other thing that I will just mention here, because I have a full video on it already, this Fiona Styles Mistake Free Makeup Eye and Face Contouring Palette. Overall, I really like this. I think this is full of good quality stuff, and it's been recently marked down like 10 bucks to I think around $29 on Ulta's website. Everything in here is something available as part of the regular line, so when you kind of look at it that way and you think about the price tag, it's a really good deal. Love this color scheme in the eyeshadows. You got a bronzer, 2 highlights, and 2 blushes. Again, I've swatched everything out, applied it in my specific review video on this already. A lot of people, myself included, a little bit put off by the fact that there's some wasted space in this palette, and it could have been either scrunched in or more product potentially added. But I don't know, if they added a lot more product, they're probably not going to give it to you at the $29 price tag. But if you're a fan of all-in-one, easy, you know, don't make me tote around a whole bunch of different products with me on the go, this is definitely one way to achieve that. Now, Friday night of Black Friday, I did a little online shopping, and I picked up a few things from Ulta and Sephora. Actually, quite a few things. I got some gifts that I want to give, and just some random things here and there that I thought I'd try out because the price was right. Got a hair that's floating through this sky that keeps landing on my nose, and it's just, sorry, long video. Let's stay focused here. One thing that I got from Ulta, went ahead and got this BareMinerals The Cashmere's palette. I was back and forth on this so much because I thought, is this too blah? Is it too bland? I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me. It's all matte. I'm not sure what I think about it yet. I've only worn it once. Was very pleased with the application and how pigmented they were, but as you can see, it's gonna be a soft palette, and it's not gonna be the kind of palette that gives you like massive variety from day to day. Like you're gonna bounce around and get drastically different looks with different color combos. Everything is just really soft. And I thought this shade right here, your deepest color, looked darker online, and it's really not that dark. This color called Cozy. So it's one of those things that's kind of in limbo for me right now. I think quality, again, is good, but is it really worth it? The shadows are humongous. So if you are one of my viewers who is in that professional environment day in and day out, you want your eye looks to be kind of barely there, you don't want to be too overdone with shadow, and you like your mattes, this might be a good option. Actually, this might be something my mom would love because she wears very little eyeshadow. But this shade called Delightful, if you're my skin tone or lighter, I think it will give you a little bit of depth in your crease, and then you can work in one of the lighter colors. And I really do like this color called Cozy. I have not worked with Toasty yet, which is this little more yellowy toned one in the center. For the right person, that palette could be perfect, but it's certainly not going to be for everyone. Another palette that I got, you know, is $15, and I thought, okay, let's try it out. It's from Pure. I'm just not really feeling this one. I love the compact size. It's called the Revolution eyeshadow palette, and they give you the fully charged mascara, which is nice. I just feel all over the place in this video. What do I hold up? What do I show? There's a good look at the brush though. It's a nice like regular bristle brush, and I thought it lengthened out well. I thought it separated pretty well. Not necessarily better than my current like mascara top 5, but it's decent. And then this is what you're getting shadow wise. It's a very, very smoky color selection. I like this shade at the end, even though it's not super intense. This color called About Face is a pretty like dark rusty matte. When these shades start mixing around on your eyes, it honestly can very quickly and easily become a muddy type of look. The textures were kind of eh. I think Pure has some better products out there, and that was just kind of a miss for me. I picked up something for Bub. I'm not too worried about him watching this video and finding out about it, but I got this Best of Jack set, and it's a face, lip, body. They give you a turbo wash energizing cleanser for hair and body. He's probably tried some of these things before because I think he's reviewed them, but he's always going through stuff like this, so you know, you can always use more. There's a Clean Break oil-free moisturizer and then a mint lip balm. So let's actually get these out and see what sizes we're working with. This was $18.50. Okay, that's 3 fluid ounces for the turbo wash, and that's for hair and body. And then the lip balm, I know Bub, he is hooked on using that dang cocoa butter in the yellow tube that he's been using over and over for years before bed, and he swears that he can put it on before bed and his lips are fine like for the entire day. I know that's a magical product for him, but a lot of people love the Jack Black lip balms, and then this is the size of the moisturizer. Again, oil-free Clean Break moisturizer with organic white tea and niacinamide. He'll dig it. It'll be a nice little thing to add on to his other gift, which he's getting a really nice like leather type of satchel slash briefcase, something that he can use, you know, going into court, and he's got his documents and stuff that he needs to tote around with him. He doesn't currently have the best bag to do that with, and so I got him a really nice one from Samsonite, and I think it's going to be great quality. It just came in the mail the other day. I was looking it over. I'm so thrilled with it. And I feel like guys can be touchy about bags, you know, so I got his feedback on it. I kind of got a little seal of approval before I placed the order. Something I got for myself from Ulta is this. Why don't brands do this kind of thing more? I love this. It's a lash lookbook from Ardell, Ulta Exclusive, $24.99, and you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 styles. And you're just getting one, so you can just try it on one side. No, I'm just kidding. You're getting the whole lash. Oh, I didn't know they stuck in a little duo glue in there. That's kind of cool too. I thought there were a lot of styles in here that I would like to wear. I'm really interested in this 113 right down here. It's a nice range of very natural to more lengthy and dramatic, and I just think more brands need to do this, especially drugstore price range brands like this. It's hard to, even for me, to visualize how is that going to actually look on my lash line. And so here you're getting all these kinds to play with. I think that's fantastic. What a great gift idea. Take note, other brands, do this. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm yelling here to my camera. Moving on to some things I got from Sephora. On Black Friday, they had a bunch of things like marked down to $10. I think a lot of this stuff was in that category, so I'm just going to run through it for you. Got this little Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Lip Duo. Why I really wanted to try this was because the one thing in here is the lip facial, and that's their version of like the e.l.f. lip exfoliator stick, and so I had to see if this Tarte one was as good. And frankly, I do not like it nearly as well as the e.l.f. It feels like it just kind of goes to mush on my lips. Don't get me wrong, it does contain scrubbies. It's kind of like a sugar scrub going on in there, and you can get some exfoliation happening, but I feel like I've got to pull in my finger and kind of keep the stuff contained on my lips. It's like the stick is too soft, you know, and e.l.f.'s is really solid. You can apply a little pressure. You can feel like you're actually getting in there, get some exfoliation going, and this one just not up to par for me. But you also get this little guy, which is very cute. It's got like little seashells on it, and it says nude. What is it? It says on the back it's Lip Rescue, and it's just like a little stick here. It smells really minty, and it's just a very sheer type of balm. If you want to get a friend into, you know, lip exfoliating and give a great gift, spend $5, get them the e.l.f. lip exfoliator that comes with the matte lip crayon thingy, and skip this, you know, $10 Tarte set, I would say. Another cool deal that I got, I can't remember if this was 10 or 15 bucks, but it's the Perfect and Cleanse Sponge Trio. You get 2 mini sponges, so this is the one I've been using, and then there's a purple one. There's a mini solid cleanser down in the bottom, which I think is awesome because I can compare that and see how it works compared to the Beauty Blender solid. And then you get a big one as well. And I thought, wow, those are kind of interesting shapes. I'm sort of obsessed with trying different sponges all the time. They're really soft. They work wonderfully well. They feel so much like the texture of the Real Techniques sponges. This shape is cool because it's like you're getting 2 sponges in one. This side goes really well around the eye area, and then this, I find myself just using it from the side to kind of bounce in the foundation. This also nice around the eyes or larger areas or contour. I think this is my first time ever trying Sephora brand sponges, and I am very impressed. The colors are fun. I promise we're getting toward the end here. I've got a few other things that I got as little like add-on gifts for people. One of these is from, is it Toka? The little Rollerball collection here. I'd heard good things about this. It's the Spice collection. They're giving you Cleopatra, Brigitte, and Colette. Little Rollerball fragrance samplers. I am kind of convinced that Rollerballs are awesome and so great for travel or the purse after trying that clean set, which I'm having trouble finding that clean set anywhere. But these just sounded really good, so I've got gifting plans for that. Also have gifting plans for this neat little guy. Look at this. I mean, come on, Clinique just has some really cute boxes going on, and this is called the Sparkle and Glow set, and you get the Foaming Sonic Facial Soap and the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Plus. I've got a person on my list who's already getting a few kind of beauty related things, and I know they have used a lot of Clinique in the past, so I thought, you know, maybe they might like to try that. And then another $10 Black Friday thing that I picked up, the Sephora Collection Essential Rose Skin Trio. I think this is going to make a fantastic gift too. I know I like their rose face mask, but here you also get 1 sleeping pod, whatever the heck that is, and then a little pack of 25 cleansing wipes. So I'm not going to bust into this right now. It's all nicely sealed, but I thought that was an awesome deal, and I love the rose scent. By the way, I know I had mentioned getting the big Sephora sheet mask set from the VIB sale, and I did get that, and I gave that as a gift to my sister, so I hope she's enjoying it. I also got her the Besame Red Lip collection and a little Besame like matchstick set. Have you seen those for like $5? They're little lipstick matches. And I got her one of those super cool Besame brushes also. But like I said, there's still some things from that order that are being worked out that got screwed up. And then on Cyber Monday, I did manage to get this Kat Von D Lock-It Brightening Powder. These are brand new, I believe, and I got mine in the shade Petal. They had various shades, and I remember going between Petal and something that looked like an even deeper peach. I'm glad I didn't go any darker than this though. It says less weight, no cake, instant under eye brightening, smooths under eye area. I am wearing that on my under eye area today, and I just used it lightly. I didn't bake with it yet. I've just kind of swept it on there. First time trying it, but I feel like my lighting and the camera is washing this out just a little bit more than real life. To me, it looks like a very light peach. You truly can't come up with a verdict on an under eye setting powder until you've worn it like throughout the entire day, because a lot of things look really nice at the onset, but you've got to keep an eye on it and see how it actually goes. But you guys, that is my mega haul. I know it's been a long haul because my butt hurts from sitting in this chair, and this chair is even padded. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.